So today we're diving deep into the crazy marketing wars happening in quick commerce. We're going to break down the battle plans of four huge brands, all fighting for that prime real estate on your phone and, of course, in your kitchen. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're halfway through cooking dinner and, oh no, the salt shaker is completely empty. Or it's that first thing in the morning panic when you realize there's no milk for your coffee. Well, that exact moment of frustration, that's actually the starting gun for the entire story we're telling today. Yep, that simple problem, the empty shelf in your kitchen, that's the battleground. It's where these huge multi-million-dollar delivery apps are going head-to-head. Now, they're all promising to fix it for you, but as you're about to see, they're playing a totally different game to win you over. So here's what we've got lined up. First, we'll set the scene, what this whole 10-minute grocery battle is about, then we'll meet our four contenders. We're going to look at how each one wins, unlock their secret playbooks, and wrap up with the big rules of engagement. Okay, so first things first, before we jump into the players, let's get on the same page about the game itself. What exactly is quick commerce? So Q-commerce or quick commerce is pretty much what it sounds like. It's all about speed. We're not talking about your typical online shopping that takes a few days. No. These services use a whole network of these tiny local warehouses. You might hear them called dark stores because they aren't open to the public, and their whole goal is to get stuff to your door in like 10 to 30 minutes. It's a business model built from the ground up for those I need it right now moments. All right, now that we know the rules of the game, let's meet the four main players in this arena. And what's so cool is that each one has carved out its own unique personality to stand out. First up, we have BigBasket. Think of them as the titan of trust, the established veteran in the ring. They've been around since 2011, so they're kind of the old guard. Their whole thing isn't about being the fastest. It's about being the one you can count on for good, fresh groceries. They're playing the long game, the trust game.
Next, you've got Dunzo, the king of Cork. They kicked off in 2014 and took a totally different route. Their goal? To be like that cool, funny friend you have who can just get stuff done for you. Their marketing is just packed with humor and pop culture jokes. It makes them feel way less like a big company and more like a buddy who's got your back.
And then enter Blinkit, the champion of speed. Now, you might actually remember them by their old name, Grofers, but in 2021, they pulled off this massive pivot. They didn't just change their name, they changed their entire mission to focus on one thing and one thing only, speed. I mean, the name itself, Blinkit, it pretty much tells you the whole story, right? And last but definitely not least, we have the challenger, Zepto. These guys are the newest on the block, launching in 2021, and they came in swinging with the boldest promise of all, 10-minute delivery, period. Their entire brand is laser-focused on that one claim, and they're aiming right for that younger Gen Z crowd that basically lives on the internet. So there you have it, four players, four totally different personalities. But how does that actually translate into winning you over? Let's take a look at their core strategies head-to-head. Okay, so right away you can see this huge split in how they think. On one hand, you've got BigBasket playing the long game, the trust play. They knew people were kind of nervous about buying veggies online, right? So they built their whole brand around being reliable and fresh. Then you have Blinkit, who basically says, forget all that. They're playing the speed play. They're focused only on those last-minute moments when speed is the only thing that matters. And check this out, here's another really cool contrast. Dunzo and Zepto both use culture to connect with us, but they do it in totally different ways. Dunzo is like that witty friend making clever jokes about movies and stuff, perfect for millennials. Zepto, though, they're the true digital native. They speak fluent meme. It's all casual, unfiltered internet slang, which connects directly with the Gen Z audience. It's a really subtle difference, but it's absolutely crucial. Okay, so that's the high-level strategy, but how does it actually look on the ground? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and unlock the secret playbooks, the signature moves each of these brands uses to get ahead. Blinkit is just a perfect example of going all in. When they decided speed was their game, they didn't just, run a few new ads. No, they changed everything. Their entire operation, their name, their messaging, every single piece of the puzzle was designed to scream one thing. We are the fastest.
Dunzo's playbook is all about being lightning fast and relevant. They're not just pushing out planned ads, they're reacting in real time to what everyone's talking about online. They'll grab a famous Bollywood dialogue or jump on a viral meme to stay top of mind and super shareable. And here's the clever part. See that last point? Every single joke, no matter how funny, is always grounded in a real reason you'd use their service. That's what makes it strategic, not just random.
Okay, this move from Zepto is just brilliant. Seriously. They figured out that the brand experience doesn't stop when you tap Confirm Order on the app. So, they turned the delivery box itself into another marketing channel. A plain old box suddenly has quizzes, one-liners, cool themes. It's a super smart way to bring the brand experience right into your kitchen. So, if you're the veteran, BigBasket, and you need to build trust on a massive scale, what do? Well, you bring in one of the most trusted and famous faces in the entire country. Getting Shah Rukh Khan on board was a power move. It instantly gave them massive credibility and helped make the whole idea of buying your groceries online feel totally safe and normal for millions of people. And this table just lays it all out so clearly. Look at this. You've got 4 brands, all in the same business, but each one has carved out its own unique territory. BigBasket is all about trust for families. Dunzo is the funny friend for millennials. Blinkit is pure raw speed for busy people. And Zepto has that unbeatable 10-minute promise for Gen Z. The key takeaway here, nobody's trying to be everything to everybody. So, after watching this huge battle play out, what are the big lessons we can take away? Let's boil it all down to 5 key rules of engagement that honestly could apply to pretty much any brand out there. Okay, here are the 5 big takeaways. 1. Build your brand around one single sharp idea. 2. Make sure you can actually deliver on what you promise. 3. Use culture to feel familiar and trustworthy. 4. Talk to your audience in their own language. And 5. Make every single interaction, from an Instagram post all the way to the delivery box, scream the same message. And really, that's the bottom line, isn't it? The secret to success here isn't just peeking over your competitor's shoulder and copying them. It's about knowing your audience inside and out, making sure your operations can actually walk the talk, and then just hammering home one single, powerful message, over and over again. And that brings us to the big final question for you to think about. We've seen great arguments for both, but when it really comes down to it, in this fight for your loyalty, what's the ultimate decider? Is it all about speed, or is it all about trust?